Hi, this is Alan Donald with Keller Realty, and I'm here with Renee Allison-Riley. She's with the Senior Care Authority of the Low Country. And Renee, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. So I spent roughly 18 years in the corporate world and really felt a need to do something different, something more meaningful with my career, and decided to take a leap of faith and branch out into the world of senior care, specifically senior living and care management. And I started Senior Care Authority of the Low Country almost 3 years ago. Senior Care Authority of the Low Country is a national franchise. We have locations, over 100 locations throughout the United States. And I really felt a need to help older adults navigate all of the options. There are so many options out there, but it's very fragmented, and it can be very overwhelming for both older adults as well as their families. And really my goal is to help families save a little time, money, and hopefully reduce the stress involved with pursuing senior living or even navigating senior care if someone wants to stay at home.
All right, thank you, Renee. Well, today we're going to talk about the three key things to know about senior placement services. So I'm going to ask Renee some questions to help anyone who might be interested in senior placement. So what's the difference between assisted living and a nursing home? Because a lot of people think senior living, nursing home. I don't want to be in a nursing home.
Yes, Alan, that's a great point. There was a time when nursing homes were truly the only options for senior living, but the senior living landscape has changed tremendously. We now have independent living options, assisted living options, and memory care. And then of course there is skilled nursing, which is what most people know as nursing homes. Assisted living is going to offer help with activities of daily living, med management, provides meals, laundry, and weekly housekeeping. Independent living is going to do those same things, but does not help with activities of daily living, because in that situation, someone is truly independent. In a nursing home, that's really a nursing level of care. Someone who goes into skilled nursing has very specific needs in the state of South Carolina. You can't live in assisted living if you are a two-person transfer. You would need skilled nursing, where they can use a Hoyer lift to help you transfer from the bed to the wheelchair, for example. An ostomy, a catheter that you cannot self-manage, that's going to be a reason for skilled nursing, as well as someone who is sliding scale diabetic and needs different amounts of insulin throughout the day. That's another example of when skilled nursing is going to be required.
Right. Okay. At the Allen Donald team, we want to help seniors and their families plan by design and not by emergency. We find that a lot of people end up planning their transition by an emergency. Someone broke a hip or someone passed away, and then they're scrambling to plan. Why is it important to have a proactive approach to senior care?
Well, a proactive approach is going to be better for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's going to be, when the transition needs to happen, it's going to be easier on the family and the older adult who needs care, because you will have already identified which community, what the care needs are, and that makes life so much easier. When you're responding to a health crisis and you're in a short-term rehab and you have to be discharged in 2 days from the day that you've been notified of discharge, and you are told you're not able to go home safely, the family scrambles. And during that time, it often is easy to make the wrong decision, which ultimately can cost you money, because if you want to move from the community that you chose, you're going to pay a community fee in that new community that you moved to. You're going to pay rent again, and it's not the ideal way to approach it. Having those conversations in advance and working with someone like me that's a neutral party that helps guide the process, whether you need that next week, next month, or next year, makes all the difference.
Right. So it's basically convenience, peace of mind, and cost.
Absolutely. I can save you time, money, and reduce the stress involved with the process.
Great. Awesome. This is a little bit technical, but what's the difference between a full-service placement agency and a referral agency? A lot of people don't know what that means.
Great question. So what I do is full service placement. Everyone at Senior Care Authority is a certified senior advisor, which holds us to a very high standard of ethics that every certified senior advisor is held to. I'm also a certified dementia practitioner, and when I work with a family, I do a consultation. I figure out the care needs of the person who needs care, their budget, their geographic preferences, their lifestyle preferences. I set up the tours for the families. I attend the tours with the families. And then I follow up after someone has moved into a community to ensure that it's been a good fit and help to navigate any challenges that they're having along the way, so that the process is very smooth. A referral agency is simply going to send your contact information to a lot of different communities in your geographic area, and then those communities are going to call you directly. And some people may prefer that approach, and that is fine, but you have to know that a lot of times you're going to get inundated with phone calls that are not really going to stop. So that alone can be very overwhelming.
Like health plan sellers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So having someone to really, be that go-between and be the person to really walk with you through the journey and navigate it for you can really help so much and can save a lot of time, again, and reduce stress.
But Allison, that sounds really expensive. How much are your services?
The beautiful thing is that placement services are at no cost to families. I am paid a referral fee by whatever community someone finds through me, as long as I'm the person who introduces that older adult to the community or introduces their family to the community. So I have to be the person who ultimately makes that connection and sends in your name. I don't share a phone number or an email address, but as long as I am the person who does that, I'm paid a referral fee if my client moves into the community. So it's at no cost.
It's a success fee.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's great to know, and that your services don't cost anything, and you get paid on success.
Absolutely.
Okay, just like a realtor does.
Absolutely.
Right. Perfect. All right. Well, if you could choose one piece of advice to leave with all our viewers, what would that be?
My advice would be have the conversations with your loved ones. If you're married, talk to your spouse and find out what they want if they were to get a diagnosis that meant they would need care in the future. Talk to your children if you have children, or your brother or your sister, or whoever you're close to, so that someone knows your preferences. Have all of your legal documents in place, power of attorney, health and financial, very important. Again, planning in advance so that you don't have to take a reactive approach is the way to go, and it can really save you a lot of stress and time in the long run.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Renee.
Yes, absolutely.
At the Allen Donald team, we're seniors real estate specialists, and one of our roles is as connectors. We connect you with the right resources to help you and your family. Estate attorneys, financial planners, senior care advisors. Those are the resources that we pull together, and you can call us to find any resource you want to help you and your family make that transition. So Renee, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
If they want to reach you, how can they reach you?
Yes, so you can email me, Renee at seniorcareauthority.com. You can also call my office, 843-233-9251, or follow us on Facebook at Senior Care Authority of the Lowcountry if you'd like to get a better feel for the types of services that we offer.
And if you have any questions about transitioning, downsizing, right sizing, going to a 55+ community or a retirement community, you can give me a call at 843-900-0155. This is Alan, and until the next one.